The first important aspect of making a balance sheet of your life very well is that we have to introspect that basically we are the only existence upon this earth that we have been gifted with the power to think by God. No other animal has this. We have been gifted with the power to collect information, the power to transform that information into knowledge, and ultimately process that knowledge into wisdom. But the miserable state of affairs is that very less percentage of this information has been transformed into knowledge, and perhaps very, very less, 0.00001% perhaps of that knowledge has been transformed into wisdom. And so we are not able to make a good balance sheet of life because we have not processed that information into knowledge and knowledge into wisdom. So we need to introspect, why am I a specially privileged entity upon this earth who has this power? And to utilize that power judiciously makes us a complete human being, gives us a balance sheet of life. Because perhaps in this 21st century, very sad to say, but the real story is this: literate people have caused more damage to the society than illiterate people. So these bombs and missiles are not made by illiterate people. I'm now justifying my statement. These bombs and missiles and weapons of mass destruction are not made by illiterate people. They are made by some of the best science graduates from some of the best universities. Okay, again, thefts and crimes performed by illiterate people are small. If they commit a theft, it is 5,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees. And if a literate person deciding to do and go for it, and in power perhaps, he can do 1 lakh crores, 1.5 lakh crores, 2 lakh crores. So today, the literate people, they cause more damage to the society than illiterate people just because of one reason, that they lack in the basic ethical values, the sanskars of life. That is the principal reason that would adjust your balance sheet of life well. We need to focus on that. Too much of leaning towards materialism and lesser importance towards morality and spirituality is one of the principal reasons where our balance sheets are not gaining equality at the end. But remember one thing: too much leaning towards materialism in life has got severe repercussions and could damage our life physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You should always have a balance of materialism and spirituality in life. That would balance your sheet well. We always feel that more money, more happiness, more luxuries, more happiness, but it is a wrong notion. And the biggest disease of the 21st century, professional. So they are not able to make their life a balanced one. I sometimes jokingly say that we feel that for me, heaven upon earth, and me, hell upon this earth is a very simple definition. Me means we all. That if I get a combination of these 5 things in life, it is heaven on earth. And if I get the combination of the other 5 things, it's hell upon earth. The combination of 5 things that we feel that can make heaven for me upon this earth is this 5 things. American salary, if you are paid in dollars. A British house. A German car. An Audi or a Merc, Skoda or a Rolls. Chinese food. 4 things. American salary, British house, German car, Chinese food, and Indian wife. This 5 combination, if I get in my life, it's heaven on earth. And you know the reverse of it, the hell on earth? Indian salary. They say Chinese house because sometimes people live in boat houses there. They don't have enough space to live. So they live in boat houses. They say German food. They say American car. So 4 things. Indian salary, Chinese house, German food, American car, and a British wife. Because they say 3 W's, they change in Britain anytime. Weather, wine, and wife. They change in Britain anytime. And perhaps that could perhaps be the reason, I don't know, that at the start of every website they have www. At the start of every website they have www, maybe because of this reason, that you can open up and get anything from it. Just lighter moments apart, what I mean to say is you need a balance of materialism and spirituality to make a balance sheet of your life. Otherwise you will repent at the end of your life if you have not balanced it well. Napoleon Bonaparte said, I can buy any riches upon this earth and under the sun. I can have the world at my feet, but I haven't seen 6 happy days in my life. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, his limousine cars were studded with diamonds, and the cavalcade of 7 limousine cars. When the President of America did not have it, he had it. And he was the first superstar, perhaps the greatest entertainer the planet has ever seen, traveling by private jets. First jet would take him and his team, and the second jet his audio system at the stage. When he was just 21, there were more than 30 Elvis endorsed products in the market. And his biographer, he writes that Elvis is only the second person in history to become famous by the first name after Jesus. That popularity. Self-earned $1,000 million in 1975. By the year 1975, when he was just 32, self-earned $1,000 million. The king of rock and roll. Today at his memorial in Memphis, every day from all over the world, about more than 1,000 people visit. At the age of 33, when once his secretary, she stepped in, he was playing his famous composition, How Great Thou Art, on his piano. And his secretary asked, Sir, how are you feeling at the peak of your career? And he dropped his hand from the piano and said, alone. Are bhai sahab, every day in the evening you get an audience from 1,000 to 5,000. People wanting to see you. And you, after doing your famous swivel, he would open up his leather jacket and throw in the audience. And within seconds it would be small pieces. People would take a Elvis souvenir back home. That fame, and you say you are feeling alone? And on 16th August 1977, at the age of 33, Elvis took 40 sleeping pills at night and never woke up. He committed suicide. At the age of 33, at the peak of his career. Absolute and overwhelming desire for materialism in life and over-leaning towards it will land you nowhere. You need to have a balance of materialism and morality and spirituality in life. Otherwise, we can be a good loser, made Napoleon Bonaparte or Elvis Presley. I have hundreds of these examples.